I've met so many people in their 20s who are smarter than me, stronger than me, and even harder workers than me. And yet, today, they're stuck way behind. Why? It's not because they're lazy. It's not because they're not capable. It's simply because they can't stick to a goal and finish it. They jump around. They start something. They get excited. And the second it gets rough, they quit. They pivot. They find a new plan and they quit again. And every time you quit before finishing, you lose time. You lose years and you lose your momentum. I've seen this up close. I went through a military college for 5 years, from age 17 to 23, and it's tough. You've got to be fit, you've got to be bilingual, and you've got to hit high academic standards while being pushed physically and mentally. I remember one guy I met there. He was older than us, maybe 20 when we were 17. He already had a college diploma in I think social science or something like that. He was smart, humble, and he was respected by everyone. Like that kind of guy that is just, everyone loves to be around that guy, and he always knows everything. But he's humble, he's cool, he's helping you with stuff that when you need, and he won't judge you because you don't know how to do something. A lot of people at the military school used to judge you if you asked them questions that you should know, but that guy, he was not that type of guy. He was just that cool guy, always open, and yeah, he had everything for him. He was physically strong, the best in our group, and academically, he was always scoring top grades, 90s, 95. He had natural leadership and people loved him. He was literally the perfect officer cadet. He even won the prize for best of the entire cohort that year. And that's something, because you're competing with a lot of people that wants to be the best. And it's to get that, to win that prize, it's something. But I think he burned out. He was so intense, so focused on perfections that he cracked. Instead of finishing the program, he quit after year 1. He told himself, it's not for me. And you know what's sad? He'd already spent 2-3 years on another degree before that, which he didn't finish either. To give you an idea, that guy, we used to have inspection of common task. So we are all cleaning our clothes in a laundry room, and some people's got to clean that room. Some other people's gonna have to clean the toilet. Some other people's gonna have to clean the hallway. And me and him, it was the laundry room. And I was not working on the same laundry room than him, but for me, I remember I was showing up 10 minutes before the inspection, try to clean up the best I can. And, even if it was super clean, I knew I was going to get yelled at, and it wouldn't be good enough. And so I didn't waste all my time. I didn't waste an hour trying to clean even stuff that the guy that was inspecting us wouldn't even checked for it. But that friend, that guy I'm talking to you about, he spent hours in the laundry room just trying to clean everything. And you know what? He would get yelled at even after hours of work, because it's just like that. It's just a game. They will yell at you, even if it's good. It's just that game. And some people don't understand that game. So yeah, then he bounced into the military program and he didn't finish. Then he bounced again into something else. And by the time he was 23, he had no degree, no stable job, and no career, and no strong foundation. He still worked hard. He still gave his all. But he was years behind because he never stuck long enough to finish something and reap the rewards. And I see this all the time. Some people I know are 24, 25, still trying to figure out what they want, switching programs every year, and they're still students with depth when they could have been out making money, investing, and building a future. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with changing your mind once, but doing it over and over is how you waste your 20s. I've seen people get paralyzed by overthinking, always researching the best plan, the perfect choice. Guess what? It doesn't exist. The best plan is the one you stick with. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be done. Let me show you what staying locked in looks like. When I was 17, I chose the military college, free university, free degree, paid salary while studying, a guaranteed job after, and a pension. I saw the plan, and I locked in. Was it hard? Hell yeah. It was physically and mentally brutal. But I stayed. I stuck with it, and I didn't jump out of the ship when it sucked. I didn't let my brain tell me maybe I should quit. Now I'm 24. I make over 6-figure. I own a condo. I have investment. I've traveled the world. And I have zero debt except my mortgage. All because I locked in and finished the plan. Same thing for one of my friends. He didn't want to go to university. He knew that wasn't for him. He's really, really smart and even smarter than me on like a lot of subjects, especially investment. Like that guy, everything he touch, you give him a little bit of time and he'll get super smart at it. But he didn't want to go to university. So he got a good trade job at 19, making about 60 grand a year or something like that. He stayed at home with his parent until 24, kept his expenses low, and stacked cash. While his friends blew money on rent, parties, our new car, he built up almost 200,000 in investments by his mid-20s. And he was instilled in a Toyota, in a Corolla. Didn't need the new Mercedes-Benz of the year, even though he can afford it. He won't spend his money for it because he wants to keep it in investment and grow that money higher and higher. So then when he gets 30, 35, he'll be able to buy that Mercedes-Benz and it will represent maybe under than 3% of its net worth. So he's not, I'd say he's not super talented, but he's a bit, but you know, he's like every one of us. We can all be talented if we want. And he's not lucky. He just stuck to his plan. Most people aren't willing to do that. They want the quick win. They want the new shiny thing. They see someone else doing something better and they switch paths overnight. This kills your progress. Focus creates momentum. And momentum is everything. If you break that momentum every 6 months, you're starting from scratch every time. So here's the lesson. It's not about being the smartest. It's not about grinding 20 hours a day. It's about picking a goal, locking in, and actually finishing it. Even if you end up hating it, you come out with something, a diploma, a license, a trade, money in the bank. You don't have empty hand. You build resilience, you build proof to yourself that you can stick through the boring parts and the hard parts. You become that person people trust to get things done. What you shouldn't do is up around every year, chasing the next thing just because it feels uncomfortable. That's how you waste your prime years. The year where you have energy, no kid, maybe no mortgage, no big obligation. And if you're young, staying focused doesn't mean you don't have fun. I partied, I traveled, I made memories, but my plan stayed the same. I didn't let the noise knock me off track. The worst is people who quit halfway and convince themselves they'll figure it out later. 27 comes fast, then 30. And suddenly you realize you're behind, in debt, with no credential, no leverage, and you're competing with people who've been stacking money, investment, and experience for 10 years straight. I'm not better than you. I'm not a genius, but I am locked in. If you're watching this and you know you're a serial starter, let's put it like that, let this be your sign. Finish what you start, pick something, stick to it. Build real skills, real credential, real money. When you hit your 30s, you'll thank yourself for not giving up every time it got hard. Stay locked in and finish it, and then build the life you actually want. Because nobody's coming to do it for you. Nobody cares as much as you do. And in the end, the people who win aren't always the most talented. They're just the ones who refuse to quit until the job is done. So stop changing plan every month. Make a plan. Make it boring if you have to. Stick to it and finish what you start. That's it for today. I hope you learned something from that video. And as always, smash the like button, hit subscribe, leave me a comment. And I really want to thank you guys for being here and to watch my videos. I'm starting back again my childhood dream, and I have a lot of fun to doing it. So thank you for that. So have a good one. Take care.